Where are we going?" He turned his head slightly to answer her. She caught the scent of chocolate and coffee on his breath.
"Doving, Wisconsin."
"Wisconsin?"
"Initially, Chris told me he was sending me on another job back here in town, but that was a ruse to get me to take you out for coffee."
"Then your brother approves of me."
"I got his handprints all over my back."
She watched the passing scenery. "Wisconsin? Holy crap, Tuffy, it'll take us days to get there." He tossed a grin at her.
"Oh, ye of little faith. I'm a Claus, remember? Hold on."
She gripped him tighter around the waist, her body tensing as she prepared herself for what? Her first thought was that they'd leap into the air and become airborne. They turned the corner and zoomed past the shopping center into a small subdivision. She recognized the area until he flipped a switch on the handlebars. Instantly, the engine took on a different sound, a different tone, like an additional growl above the roar of the motor. He took a right, and suddenly they were no longer on the tree-lined streets of the city. Babs gawked at the distant vista of rolling water on their right. To their left was an unbroken wall of pines and firs. Ahead and behind them lay a stretch of two-lane blacktop that seemed to go on forever. One thing she was definitely sure about, and that was they were no longer in her hometown. "We're in Wisconsin!" she yelled at him as he flipped the switch back to its previous position. The extra growl in the engines disappeared.
"Yep."
They continued to ride what she presumed was northward. The sky was an overcast, ugly, gray color. Tiny flakes flew around them as they motored their way toward the outskirts of a small town. Despite the weather, the heat rising from the motorcycle and coming from Tuffy kept her plenty warm.
"Cold?"
"What?"
"Are you cold?"
he repeated, slowing the motorcycle down. "No, I'm fine. Do you know where you're going?"
"Yep."
They spoke no more until he pulled into the parking lot of a convenience store and stopped next to a street sign advertising cigarettes. He remained in his seat, but turned around to face her.
"From here on, no one can see you, but you have to remain on my hog. Got that? If you get off and step away, people will be able to see you."
"What about you?" He made a face and lifted the shoulders of his cloak, giving it a little shake.
"Don't worry about me. Here."
Pulling out another envelope from another inner pocket, he handed it to her.
"This is why we're here."
Like before, the childish handwriting on the outside was in pencil. Taking out the sheet of paper, she noticed the letter had been written on the back of an electric bill. The word "overdue" in bright red printed across the amount owed. Babs flipped the sheet over and read it. "Dear Santa, can you stop my daddy from taking drugs? My daddy takes drugs. I saw on TV that drugs will kill you. I love my daddy. Please don't let him die. That's what I want for Christmas. Love, Tiva." She jerked her head up to see Tuffy closely watching her.
"Tiva's mom died a couple of years ago from a heroin overdose. Her dad's on the same path. She's terrified he's going to die if he doesn't get help, and there's no other family members who can take her in. He's already had one OD episode, but the state police were able to save him."
"How do you know all this?"
"I have my sources."
He winked conspiratorially. "What do you plan to do?"
"I'm going to try to convince him to get clean," he murmured. "Wish me luck."
He gestured to a pickup with a dent in the driver's side door pulling up to the store.
"There's Tiva's father now. We're going to wait here until he leaves, then follow him."
"And accost him where no one will see you?" she half accused. He gave her a patient look, but didn't respond. The man remained inside his vehicle as another car arrived and parked beside him on the passenger side. Babs noticed how the man scooted over to that seat and rolled down the window. Arms reached out, the exchange was made, and the sports car quickly left. "That was a drug buy," she stated.
"That was the last of the rent money,"
Tuffy softly corrected her.